The mystery of the deserted desert. It was a hot summer day in the middle of the desert and the sun was beating down hard on the barren landscape. The wind was blowing sand into the air and the heat was oppressive. The small, dusty town of Desertville was a quiet place and nothing ever seemed to happen. Until one day, when a mysterious murder occurred. The victim was a young man, found dead in the middle of the desert. He had been shot multiple times and there were no clues as to who the killer might be. The local sheriff and his deputies began an investigation, but they had no leads. Until one day, when a mysterious stranger appeared in town. The stranger was a tall, dark-haired man, dressed in a long black coat and wearing a wide-brimmed hat. He had an air of mystery about him, and he seemed to know more than he was letting on. The sheriff and his deputies began to question the stranger, but he refused to answer any of their questions. He simply said that he was looking for someone and that he would leave as soon as he found them. The sheriff and his deputies kept a close eye on the stranger, but he seemed to be able to disappear into thin air whenever they got close. It was as if he had some kind of magical power. The sheriff and his deputies eventually gave up on trying to find the stranger, and the investigation into the murder stalled. Until one day, the stranger returned to town. But this time, he had a shocking revelation. He revealed that he had been the one who had killed the young man in the desert. The stranger explained that he had been searching for a powerful artifact that was hidden in the desert and the young man had been guarding it. The stranger had killed him in order to get the artifact and he had been successful. The sheriff and his deputies were shocked by the stranger's revelation, but they had to admit that it made sense. The stranger had found what he was looking for and the mystery of the deserted desert was finally solved. Or was it? The stranger suddenly disappeared again, and the sheriff and his deputies were left wondering if the mysterious artifact was actually the real culprit behind the murder. Was it possible that the artifact had killed the young man and the stranger had merely been a pawn in its game? The mystery of the deserted desert remains unsolved to this day.